I am back.
Alright. Alrighty then. So, that was fun. And apparently, there's a large group of changelings coming along one of the trods, one that leads to other freeholds. So, there seems to be very prominently displayed banners of the High King and his house. The real High King.
Guys, we haven't made banners yet. Fuck.
That's what you're concerned about?
Only the most important questions bother Epic.
We need to proclaim our allegiance to the new High King. What do you want?
You.
New banners.
Sigh. All right. I suppose that we march out to meet them, because I'm not putting the freehold in any danger if I can avoid it.
They would outnumber you at least 2 or 3 to 1.
We need a freehold. That's like the only way we can win this.
Oh, I'm definitely going into cat form. Help defend me. I have no combat ability. Except for my massive mystical abilities.
You have no combat ability except for that big combat ability.
Yeah, no major combat ability. He could just summon a tornado and make it burn.
Bengo, roll me a dex stealth to sneak back in with your shape without anyone noticing.
But
With the rolls.
Okay.
yeah.
I don't want you being good on this roll, though. I want you to save those for later.
Dex stealth? Or what? What?
Okay, you're able to sneak back in. You have an arsenal rating of 2, right?
Me?
The freehold.
Oh,
Yeah, if I
freehold.
remember correctly.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Yep, we do. Philippine group.
A lot of that would be normal weaponry, though. We're gonna assume that chimerical weaponry is just available in enough quantities to allow you to function as a fighting force.
Yeah, as ragtag as it is.
Yeah. I'm going to start doing what I do semi-best-ish, kind of.
Okay.
Dear God.
Well, I think the best thing to do is to do a very minor bunk on each of these. I don't know, I break a twig or something on all of them. I'm just looking for like a -1 or something.
You can get a -1 for a minor bunk then, sure.
And I'm just going to be trying to cast, what was it called? The oak one.
Oaken Shield?
Yeah, Oaken Shield. I'm just gonna be putting that on our party members in general.
Okay, what element are you trying to infuse into, I assume, their clothing?
It's not going to be their clothing, it's actually going to be on them.
Then you're gonna need to spend
no.
glamour, because you don't have faith.
Fuck, you're right. You're right. I'll try and give everyone a bit of their clothing a shield of wind.
Okay.
Could I refresh my could I refresh the my level 2 that I had stored on myself before?
Yes. Just, I assume you're doing the same thing. Just remember that for this one, well, yeah, you would have to roll for it. You're doing each of these separately, so it doesn't matter. You would need to roll when they get activated anyway.
Yep. Really, all it does is it refreshes the one on me, because I don't think anyone else triggered it. Or triggered theirs.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. But yeah,
Only you have fought yet.
should last a scene. I'm not sure how useful it'll be because it is kind of on the clothing, but it is a shield of wind, so it is a little distance away from it as well, so could help out.
It
That's the hope.
would, until people realize what is happening. Essentially, if they're doing just a standard attack without, like, aiming for center of mass, it would add, like, I don't know, like at least like a +1 to the difficulty to hit them. I don't know. You could essentially make it harder to hit them by trying to help deflect the blows.
You could just rule it the way it usually works. It gives it that extra health level stuff. Basically, just mitigating the damage so far until it gets, depleted.
I think it's depend. Yeah, it's per successes. So you would get a total of -4 on this, I believe.
Yep, that'd be correct.
Unless you wish to roll at 5 and just give it to everyone. Have them gather around and enchant everyone who's going to be fighting on your side. Because you do
That's
have
not a
seen,
bad
right?
idea. I have 2 seen, so
You could cover a room relatively easily. You just need everyone to, gather the fuck up. Apparently the 3 people who went out to shank a traitor are back, and they seem to be grins on their faces. They feel like they've served the king.
you know what? I feel like giving our forces a bit of multiplier is a very good idea. What do you guys say?
Totally. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, here goes a willpower point. Although, if we're gonna do that, I think I might want to do just a little bit better of a bunk in that case.
Okay, what do you have in mind?
Let's see, particularly for the thing. Well, generally just nature stuff in general should work fine.
Nature stuff in
Um,
general?
That's
He's
what
trying
my
to figure out how
bunks
he
are
can add
based
the
on.
bunks.
So,
Mm-hmm.
oh, geez, I want to keep making new bunks at the same time as wanting to use old ones because they just are very quick to do.
Well, keep in mind
makes sense.
that you've used ones for stuff like water and stone. Generally, ones that are tied to air in some way would work better for this if you're creating an air shield.
What I thought too. Oh, fudge. Air stuff is hard to think of. But you know what? I can think of something. I'm not sure how effective this will be, but I'm just going to do a quick dance with some blankets or something similar in the air.
Oh,
Dex performance to see how effective it is.
sure. Let's see if people are impressed or if you look like a moron.
I don't care about looking like a moron. I'm trying to save lives.
I think if he botches, it works exactly as well. It's just everyone laughs at him because he looks funny.
Well, we'll see. I got 2 successes.
You fucked up the difficulty because you
Oh,
don't
I
have
did.
performance.
That's correct. Quick, reroll 7.
So you do the dance of the 7 fucking whales with a ratty blanket is what I saw there.
Yes, that's what you saw.
I think there's 1 or 2 childlings that are blushing and averting their eyes towards the end there. Don't look, little Timmy, don't look!
Okay, apparently I did real good.
God damn it, Epic.
You can reduce the difficulty all the way to 3 with the cumulative stuff adding up.
Everyone has 6 extra health levels.
Well, their clothing does. This can be bypassed by someone stabbing at, say, the face deliberately.
That's kind of what I figured. But general attacks, 6 extra health levels. Yay!
Okay, the way we're gonna handle this is, I think we're gonna give everyone like, say, one roll for preparation and one for how well they do in the actual battle,
Sure.
to see just how
Mhm.
well this goes. So, in what ways would the rest of you like to prepare?
Other than me refreshing the bunk on, or refreshing my thing
We're gonna assume
for.
that that kind of stuff is part of individual preparations that everyone to some
Yeah.
extent is gonna have, including the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, I could cast Phoenix Song on Ahu at the very least. Oh, well, I mean, if the battle is so close, I can just cast it on everyone.
They are coming, and if you have time, you can just hang it, in theory.
I
Or,
mean, I have time one, huh?
I think Phoenix lasts for a scene, and
Yep.
it triggers when it's
When
needed
you-
within that scene. Otherwise, it
Yeah, when you
fizzles.
die or destroyed, basically.
it doesn't specifically say, but sure, a scene sounds reasonable. Because otherwise it's too fucking powerful.
I mean, it says, actually, during the current scene.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then yes, you can prepare that and cast it as people are going out. So how would you, what kind of a bunk would you use for this?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, oh, I will, I mean, do we have chicken bones or something in the kitchen?
You have some kind of bones. It's best not to ask what goes in the soup. It tastes good after it comes out of the pot. You don't want to know what he's used for putting into the pot.
Oh, come on.
I
Listen,
think
you
usually
need
that's
to,
because there's too many legs.
You
to
need
actually
to-
eat anything normal.
you need to make do. Supplies are hard to come by. A good master of the house is efficient.
Yeah, I think it also
Yeah,
has
it
too
is.
many legs to be anything normal. So
Don't
Oh,
worry
don't
about
worry
the
about it. Just
Yeah,
don't worry about it. It's fine.
I will search for bones that look vaguely like the bones of birds.
Roll a
And
luck
throw
die
them.
to see what
That's
you've been
really
eating.
specific.
Wow, screw you.
I mean, anyone will do, I guess.
You know, apparently the pigeons have been evading the butler rather well of late. It might be evolution. So you find bones of small land-based creatures, perhaps the kind that chew on the seats in the baseball pitch and needed to be exterminated anyway to maintain the freehold.
Everything for the sake of
good.
maintaining the freedom.
Enough. I will burn the bones and sprinkle the people with the ash as they go outside.
Okay. How much scene do you have? You have 2, so yeah, you're good to go. I think that's reasonably worth a -2, sprinkling people with dead rat.
and since this is being done in the freehold, in all technicality,
Yep. So it is
Yeah.
at a 6 unless you have an art affinity.
I have for fair.
Isn't it 5?
Yeah.
You
isn't it
have
5? It's -2 plus the -1 for the freehold. Or no, right? Scene. Sorry.
yeah. It does go down
Always
to
forget.
5 because you do have Fey.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I will.
You roll
Pyretics
your
plus
Pyretics
Fey.
plus Fey.
I think, yeah, I might as well spend the willpower.
Do you want to include the sword in there?
I mean, how so?
It is technically a creation of glamour. You would need to take it up to a 5 on the Fey front for this to count. But you could, just in case someone tries to destroy it, say if the SD was sick of this fucking thing.
I would need to spend 2 glamour for that, right?
If you have 3 Fae, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. So 3, that means burns for 1 hour and then returns.
Okay, excellent. You did your thing, Mango. How are you preparing?
How many batches of healing can I do?
You don't need necessarily do batches. You could just enchant a well of life and leave it inside the freehold where people can duck in and heal up before they rejoin the fight.
I could just designate or go to like the what's it called, the healing room, sick room, whatever the fuck it's called, and just enchant something in there.
You could.
Just draw circle around it, and
Isn't the healing well actually something entirely different?
No, you
Well,
could either enchant an object which heals people in its presence, or alternatively, you enchant an object which is consumed to heal people.
That's true.
It actually states.
I'm just remembering that there's the
same
Fey
time,
ring
so-
that it can that's also another healing object thingy.
Heck, I think almost everyone has an option for healing of.
I have no idea. Pengu, you were saying about how you wish to set this up.
The cantrip
As in the bank. How you...
in the bunk. Exactly. The way I'm going to do this is, draw a ring of life around, the. Okay, first I'm gonna get a basically bottle, and I'm gonna make a. The healing. Do you know what I did with the potion thing when I actually made the potion? I'm gonna make
Okay.
the same kind of soup from the.
Okay. You open the secret cupboard and take out a jar of live indestructible cockroaches, the very symbol of vitality, and crush them into the pot.
We're gonna make my potion of healing life with the plants of my beautiful garden too. Also, adding some of the herbs.
Yeah,
Plants
a
full of
groundskeeper
vitality.
yells at you as you duck back into the freehold about what the fuck is wrong with you. Why would you steal grass? I just planted that.
Fuck up. You put it work, and then before I bless it, I put it in the middle of the room. I draw on a pedestal, not a pedestal, on a stool. This 4-legged stool, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in there. I draw a circle around it, and then I bless it, basically, and then I do my fucking magic on it.
Sure.
Yeah,
What's your affinity realm?
it's what the fuck was it called? Actor. So it's not that. It's prop.
Okay,
what music
then
and
you have spring art affinity, right? So go ahead and roll a 3.
yeah.
Seeing all this, I probably should have picked Dragon's Eye or Dragon's Eye as an affinity. Would have made everything so much more broken.
If we ever play this again,
Never gonna happen.
art affinity goes down to -1 on difficulty scale.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's fucking broken
Yeah,
as
that's
shit.
fair.
Hey,
Well-
look, I needed something, right?
Yeah. At some
Alrighty.
point, you had to succeed well.
So this is gonna, at this rate, last for a year, probably. If the
1 week
scale...
is 5. Yeah. 1 week
Yeah.
is 5. So the 6 was a month. Probably this is half a year, maybe. I don't know. It goes from 1 minute to 1 hour to 1 scene.
Yeah.
What?
It's weird. Don't question it.
So then from 1 scene to 1 day, and then 1 week. So 6 is probably 1 month, and then 7 is probably half a
You know
year.
what? I'm gonna cap it out, and I'm gonna give you 1 extra week for every success above 5, because otherwise it's insane. It'll still
Come on.
last for a long time, but
7 successes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not the inhumanly insane thing that Epic managed to pull the fuck off somehow.
I mean, 3 weeks, right? That's still good enough.
Yeah.
the campaign will probably be over by then. Possibly.
Yeah.
heck.
Whether it's me
Most
finally giving into
certainly.
unseelie nature and just going to go stab a bitch, or
You
That's
don't
good.
know where
Doesn't
she
mean
lives
reality
yet.
or-
Giving in to
Doesn't mean I can't
unseen
walk out
nature
and leave
isn't
her.
the end of this game, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Well, that's my preparations. And then, I'm gonna... Alright, I can't do that. Oh, shit.
Okay. And Bjark, how are you preparing?
The same way any general or leader prepares, giving a speech to the troops. I think I might turn it into a bunk for strength, the Dragon's Ire one as well.
And that would just be something that you use on yourself in this case.
I could burn 2 glamour and turn to fake scene.
I'm gonna require you to pick whether you're focusing on casting it as a magic or whether you want to actually inspire the troops.
You can.
Essentially, you need to pick whether you are gonna be focusing on getting a morale benefit or magic benefit out of this.
I think I'll focus on getting the magic benefit. Morale is nice, but magic would be nicer.
Righty then. Then give me a charisma expression roll.
All right. Difficulty?
We're gonna make it a 6, despite the fact that there should probably be leadership in all honesty.
Yeah, it's because I can wave the sword around. Is probably the in character reason. I can gesture around with the sword of legend that shows that the dreaming has turned its back on the old order.
Okay. It's inside a freehold. Given the fact that you're involving the sword, I'll give you a total of -3 for the bunk. So -4 when you take the freehold into account. So a total of -3 if you're faking scene.
Yep. And I also have the affinity of Fey too. If you haven't taken that into account.
I haven't.
Some
Then
on
it
that.
would go down to, or it would go up to a -4. So you would roll it 4.
Yep. All right. So, I should probably do time on this too, shouldn't I? So that I can hang it until when the battle starts.
Then it would go up to a difficulty 5.
Yep. All right, I'm fine with that. Wonderful. Let's give 2 extra successes or 2 extra strength for 3 turns once battle is joined for that.
Okay. If you're using time, though,
Using time 3 to hang it.
yeah, but you would be using time 1 as well in theory, or couldn't you? How have we been ruling those kinds of situations? Because you're using the time realm anyway.
Right.
So
I don't see why you couldn't. It doesn't actually describe it. I
Yeah.
tried to look into that myself.
yeah,
but-
we're gonna say for now that you can. So if
Okay.
you spend
So then I could.
yeah, for each success that you spend on the duration, you won't get 1 round, you'll get 3 because triple due to time.
Okay. Cool.
And-
then I could do three for 6 rounds. Then
3 for
Forever.
9 rounds because you get the first round for free, which is also tripled.
oh right. So three strength for 9 rounds. This sounds like a wonderful plan.
What is the
I-
trigger?
I think I'll go with when the changeling enters the fray of battle.
Okay. Excellent. Then at some point when you're preparing to well, as you're going outside to line up, you see that on a hill a ways away from the freehold is a group happily gathered to meet you, and you would hear a voice call out to you, clear and ringing. Let Bjark the traitor step forth and face the High King's justice.
If they
Surrender, and your people will be spared.
You know, I'm not actually sure what my character would do. He's concerned with protecting the people of the freehold, except he doesn't exactly think the High King's justice is at all just at this point.
I know what my character's going to do. So where were they?
They are
They're on a
yeah, they are on a hilltop opposite.
They're on a hilltop opposite of us. Perfect.
oh God. Yeah, you and your cat form.
Oh, I'm good. I'm not in cat form at the moment.
Do you wish to interrupt before Bjark responds?
No, I'm just preparing my bunk.
All right.
Oh, fantastic. So they say that this is the High King's justice. You know, I think I'm gonna call back. If the High King wishes for justice, then he should seek it. Then he should seek it himself. Subtle jab about the fact he hasn't gone out of his room.
I'm just getting a fire ready. I have some
Yeah.
water nearby. I'm going to douse the flame, and then I'm going to use that as my bunk.
Okay.
And then I enchant the hill with water.
Oh God.
Oh, you
The hill's
want to
gonna
actually
bother,
do
isn't
it?
I mean, I intend to do it basically. I'm going to plan to finish this bunk whenever they're done talking to each other. But I'm
Okay.
getting the flame ready and the water nearby.
All right. So I'm gonna assume that your combat efforts are gonna be magic, magic, magic.
This would be correct because I don't have other combat efforts.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
But I am very good at
I have
magic.
my sword. So yeah. Actually, when I finish my declaration, I'm gonna pull out the sword and wield it and lift it high into the air.
Not only that, I am also thinking of trying to avoid, getting banality and that kind of stuff. So I don't intend to do things that kill people quite yet.
Right. I'm a wilder. You're not. I can kill people chimerically for no risk, and you can't.
I am
That's
a welder
correct.
too. You know that, right?
I think most of you are, except for
Yeah.
Epic.
I'm a grump.
These fucks starting a war. Whippersnappers.
When he's the one who started it.
What? No,
No.
I didn't have anything to do with it. What are you talking
But
But yeah, I'm just going to get ready
Okay.
for yeah, I'm just getting ready for whenever the the initiation of combat begins. Because they're on a hill. I'm about to turn it into water. Good luck.
They call back to you. Yark, think of the people who you've misled. Think of what will happen to them. People will die. Blood will be shed. Think before it's too late.
Think of the people you would abandon a freehold to the ravages of the world.
These aren't necessarily your house members.
Yeah,
They might.
that's true.
They're probably the ducal household, whatever house they happen to be from.
That's true. At that, I'm going to call back. Then tell that to the arrogant fools who would leave a freehold to burn and who would ignore the suffering of their people. If they would send you to they would send you to try and quell this. If they would send you to try and quell an upswelling of concern for the common folk, an upswelling of concern over the fact that the High King himself has decided to abandon the commoners, then how can we trust that how can we trust your concern for the common folk if you serve one who has abandoned them?
Give me a charisma expression roll.
Cool. What's difficulty?
6.
There's double botch.
Oh god.
You know, at that
Reveal
point,
yourself as a commoner very easily.
at that actually, how awkward that was. Make some of your own troops just look around for a moment, while on the other side, the noble just goes, "Madman! Murderer! Charge! Attack now! Attack!"
And then I douse my flame as they begin their charge. I spend 2. Is this technically outside the freehold or inside the freehold?
This is outside the freehold.
Okay. So the weird will require a glamour point then, right?
I'm not
No,
sure.
because
I
we're in
don't.
the weird.
Yeah, you are in the dreaming. It shouldn't, I think.
Yeah.
Just checking then. So I'm turning a hill into being enchanted with water.
I fucking hate you. You're gonna need to spend for scene there. At least on the
I spent 2
difficulty.
points of glamour to increase my scene to 4.
Your reaction is fucking priceless there. I'm sorry, Chris, but your reaction is fucking priceless.
So that is the coils, whatever. No, not coils. What was it? Okay, scene 4 was the last one that gave area, so it would certainly cover a hill. Gods, I fucking hate you. I really, really hate you, you piece of
All
shit.
infinite actions that keep short-circuiting everything for this campaign.
Did you think I would let this battle be, not won?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do need to know how well did the bunk do? For I was mainly basically proving water's dominance over, other types of elements there.
Okay. Okay, you have Art Affinity Nature, that's -2. What's your Affinity Realm?
My affinity realm is nature, and my art affinity is primal, which is this.
Yeah, so that's -3 already. You would get a -2 for this, so you would be rolling at 3. However, this one would be countered, probably, by someone attempting to, or having hung an effect on the troops in some
But I'm
way.
not affecting the troops. I'm affecting the grass.
They have like 100 and change changelings there. Someone would have thought of something like this. So this will be a contested roll. You will have a larger dice pool, and you'll be rolling at a lower difficulty. I'm just telling you that they get a chance to try and reduce your effect.
All right. Well, I don't think she would expect it, so she wouldn't have included the time realm. So I'll just spend a willpower point on it.
Mm-hmm.
Total difficulty. One moment. That one scene gave +1, -3 from the other bits. This gave a -2 or a -3.
You know what? Give me a dex performance roll for this. See how theatrically you managed to do this.
For performance, jeez. Like your performance.
I mean, you don't have stuff like occult either, so it's kind of difficult
Also,
to
performance. Yeah, performance makes sense because changelings are all about acting, and a lot of the bunks that don't involve a direct
You
action
are
are about
essentially,
acting.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
essentially trying to create a symbolic,
This is true.
message. So,
I got 2 successes.
sure. Why not? Take a -3.
Yay! And I'm spending a willpower point on this itself. 6. Damn it. The ones keep rolling on when I do my 10. Damn it. Oh well.
Except for that one time when you absolutely torpedoed the campaign.
And they didn't roll as many ones as me. Sadness.
What's your glamour
You still got a
rating?
success.
4.
Okay, so both sides end up being hesitant when they meet due to the simple fact that God fucking damn it, the leader's speech sucked and some people just rode down the hill on their asses instead of running down it.
Yeah.
Yay! Willpower point
I'm not
help!
apologizing for the fact that I rolled 2 1s.
Uh-huh.
I don't expect you to. I'm just sad that
How's
all
it
my
going?
10s so far have involved 2 1s. It's been decreasing my
Yeah.
effect a lot. But
Okay.
even with it, I'm still doing 5+, so I'm not sure how to feel.
So what is Ember using during this fight? Like, what's your main way of contributing?
I mean, I could use magic or I could fight.
It's up to you. Okay, we'll circle back to you. Pengu, how are you contributing to the battle?
What can I do then? My will of life.
Oh, that was for preparations. What are you doing in the middle of the battle? You can do all kinds of things. Like, you can use chicanery to try and fuck with people's heads if you have the appropriate stuff for it. It's kind of up to you. Be creative. Come up with something that can fuck over the...
Can I use chicanery on our weapons to, make our attacks more ambushy, or like make the enemy more unprepared on the attacks? Like somebody swinging a sword at you, but it's actually an axe, fucking.
You could raise the difficulty in dodging or countering the attacks in various ways, potentially.
Since that would be scene and prop for chicanery.
Not necessarily.
I would be using it on the weapons themselves.
Yeah,
Or
but you could be using it without having to spend for scene and just... We're trying to simulate what is going on throughout the battle.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Let's see. This would use
Level
Trick of
2.
the Light, I think.
Yeah.
But it does not hold up to prolonged scrutiny. Yeah, that's rather suited for this. So sure, you can go ahead and roll your chicanery and prop.
Wait, which one did you say would use it? Oh,
Chickenry,
Trick
prop,
of the light.
probably seen. You're affecting everyone's weapons.
Yeah, that's what I. Okay. So do I need to spend for a scene, or is my prop enough?
No, not necessarily. It will have a greater effect if you commit glamour to this, like Epic did to make it even more effective. Essentially, the successes he has, or the one success he had over whatever they would have done to counter it, counts for more than one success in leading them.
Yeah, I was willing to affect their entire army. Not
Yeah.
for very long, but
Yeah.
it made things very hard on them.
Okay, so to do this, I would. How
You would-
do I?
You would. Right, for the bunk.
Yeah.
You'd need to do that really quick then. The
Yeah.
fights gotten together.
Yeah, this is something that you are doing as you're moving among the combatants. You have enough dex stealth, so you could just like try and distract people while, you know, ducking in and out of the hedges, which you know very well at this point.
There was a reason I prepared my bunk like I did. So
Yeah. No, but if I had like some powder or something, and I, throw it out, through at the weapons, and then, while trying to kind of half distracting the other side, or something like that.
Okay, give me a dex athletics roll at say a 6. You're not actually trying to hit things, you're just trying to not get it into your allies' eyes at the very least, and while at the same time making a point.
I'm gonna spend the willpower.
Alright.
Hey.
Sure. Why not? And give me a dex stealth at the same time. I will give you a -3 for this because you are risking bodily harm while doing this. Even if you're being careful.
Difficulty 3.
Will suddenly light in your eyes. Makes it a pretty good way to get things out of the way.
Yeah. I am dex.
Wait.
+3 or -3?
-3 on the bunk, not on the dex stealth.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay, dex stealth, that's 6.
As long as you don't botch, you'll probably be fine. You probably take like a point or two of chimerical damage throughout all of this because you are in people's faces, but you know the place very well, so yeah, you'll fix up right quick. It's not gonna be a problem. And now,
okay,
you have actor as your affinity realm, right?
Yeah.
And this is not. I'm not going to count this as inside the freehold because you're fighting on the very borders of what's considered the freehold territory. So, -3.
Yeah.
So it would go to a 5, unless you wish to make this more effective by pushing it up.
More scene.
Yeah.
Would that raise my dice or not?
It wouldn't raise your dice and it would raise your difficulty, but it would make your successes count for more in my internal tally.
Right. Fuck it, I'll do it. Difficulty 6. I'll spend 1 glamour on it. I'll spend a willpower on it to roll at 6. Yes. Fucking.
So it would be
fucker.
5.
Yes, 5.
Jesus. Fuck. Apparently. Well,
Yes.
the average scrub is certainly impressed by your efforts and they're having a tough time. Some of the more knowledgeable people are able to figure out the trickery and see through it. But, yeah.
Tough crowd today. Tough crowd. What can I
Slash
say?
across the face. Cunt. When you do me dirty like this. Arrow. For you, at least, it's pretty clear what you would be doing. Give me a dex melee at 3. Like we discussed.
Yup. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Christ.
You know what good luck is? There's some good luck here in that, you know, we can soak in the chimerical stuff. We can actually soak those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just...
It's still difficulty 9 to soak my sword, though.
Yeah, that counts as another amplifier for how good you are. So you come face to face in the midst of battle with the ducal champion, and you would be able to just cut him to ribbons with the sword. Armor parting like silk under your blows.
Yep. The blade proves its might in battle. Now all I need to do is prove to be a worthy wielder of it. Because I need more politics skills.
Obviously.
And Ember, have you decided how you wish to contribute?
I mean, I kind of want to unleash piratics just because.
If you wish to. I mean, what could go wrong?
Please no.
Didn't go wrong.
What do you wish to ask from the dreaming Nyaxi? Use your words.
I mean, it should be short and simple, like burn the enemy, obviously.
Yeah, should be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fair enough. Then you need to eat a nightmare die, roll that separately, and roll your glamour separately, both at difficulty 7.
Well, oh no, right. It is glamour plus nightmare dice. I forgot exactly what the roll was for unleashing.
Yep, 1 sec. Where's my clam? Ah, there.
How bad could it be, really?
All right, let's see what the nightmare dice do.
Please.
Are you remembering to subtract
He
the
did it!
glamour from... Right, you have a total of 7 and you have taken that into account. Alrighty then. So, after you manage to destroy the Duke's champion, you see just Ember fighting 3 opponents, getting pushed back, and you just see the look in her eyes a second before the flame erupts and rolls across the battlefield.
Oh man.
I am gonna need both of you, I'm gonna need 2 of you rather, to each give me a roll of the Freehold Sanctity rating, because that would be protecting you from the heavy artillery they're trying to bring to bear.
Okay, so we're rolling Sanctity 6 at what difficulty?
At 6, and this is gonna be contested by, well, I'm gonna say the same difficulty to simulate their various magical effects. You're essentially rolling soak.
Cool. Alright, so here's one. God damn it.
Maxie, give me the second one.
Sure.
God
Okay.
damn it. For some reason the dice are not exactly my fans right now. You're
Don't
probably not
worry.
wrong, Craft.
I set up defenses for an entire army. We have 7 health levels on general damage.
Yep.
Uh,
So
7 health levels in which no one is affected.
So both armies are badly fucked up when this ends. And give me a luck die, Aru. Okay, luckily, some of your forces are able to trap the Duke's route of retreat or block it. And he is now surrounded by his remaining retainers, the ones that haven't been chimerically killed or retreated individually. Say about a dozen of them. And just glaring at you angrily, cause it's clear that he's now outmatched. But you are a fucking traitor.
They will eventually. Things are going to eventually calm down. Not sure in what order or whatnot, but whatever.
The Duke spits on the ground with disgust, slams the banner of the High King into the ground, and just grabs his sword, prepared to die honorably.
Seppuku. I see he's a man of Japanese culture.
Cool. I'll.
Well,
I say to
just a
that.
quick
I say.
question. Can I do something just to do it real quick?
Sure.
There's no real
Probably.
bunk or anything, but I want his banner to be on fire.
Wow, epic.
Okay, the banner slowly starts blackening and catches flame. He gives all of you a look of pure hatred.
I'm gonna turn around and glare at you too, just so you know.
What are you talking about? I didn't do nothing. I didn't even do a bunk. How can you tell it was me?
I know. Can I roll perception, Kenning?
Roll perception, Kenning. Difficulty 8, because there's a lot of magic around here, and a lot of people have been doing a lot of things.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm glaring I'm glaring at you, or at least in your general area.
You got a general success.
Yeah,
So
you
it
can
was somewhere
get...
over there.
It's not even that. You can guess that it's Christie. It kind of felt similar. Yeah. It's clearly the same art. Yeah. But who knows? She was on the battlefield. You remember seeing her at one point.
Yeah, about the same time the enemies started sliding down the hill like it was a mudslide as opposed to an actual hillside. I'm still gonna glare at you because I figure this is your doing.
I just give a shrug of my shoulders. Trying to restrain myself from smiling too much.
Anyways, I respond with if you wish to die an honorable death, then I will grant you that. You deserve as much.
Motherfucker, he's the enemy. He doesn't deserve shit. Okay.
Oh,
well, you're not the one in charge of this.
Hey, Dan.
Here we go.
I'm just imagining him yelling out from a hedge that's been burned like, you fuckers!
How dare you burn my hedges? People are evil, obviously. Look what they did to my stuff.
There, you look back at the freehold, a part of the roof collapses where some of the magics got through.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Ah, they must have unleashed a couple times.
Yeah, you think? Anywho, I think it's time for honor duel against him.
Sure.
Why does it feel a lot more like an execution than an honor duel?
Because that's what it is in all actuality. I have the sword. I have the deadly sword of deathiness, and he doesn't.
Okay. You can carry normal items into the dreaming, and a sword can function in both fashions. I'm gonna give you the choice. You could try and use it as a physical sword, and try and shank him for realsies.
No.
Alrighty then.
He's still a changeling. If I'm going to be the High King, I'm going to have to protect my people. So even if they are misguided, I'm still resisting that the pull of the unseelie as it stands.
That's not an unseelie pull.
Yeah,
dude.
not necessarily. That shadow
Yeah.
court. That shit you better
Yeah.
resist, son.
Yeah. I think my character
Yeah.
still associates unseelie and shadow court in his head, though, so he's still resisting it as hard as he possibly fucking can.
Yeah, you'd be very wrong on that, but okay.
Well, welcome to the wonderful, wonderful world of some prejudice right here about battle. Also, he's a savage, as is unseelie. So there might be there's also some problems there.
Okay,
Anywho.
there is a small chance that this fucker might beat you on pure skill. So, why don't you give me another roll at 3 to finish this?
Coup de grace.
Nope. He tries to fight, but the sword just flows past his defenses, and finally he falls to his knees, looking at the severed stump of what used to be his blade.
At that, I say yield.
Throws the remains of his weapon down. Doesn't say anything, just glares. Bleeding from a dozen wounds.
I say bring him into the freehold. Keep him comfortable but secure.
Well, his knights give up their weapons with as much dignity as they can muster and follow their leader in.
I would somewhat question this. Is that the actual end to an honorable duel in a battle?
It was the end of the
Pretty sure
battle
most
and
of
they
them
knew they were beaten, so they're taking it as a sign that their leader was essentially, fighting for their safe release, etc. So they feel bound by his defeat. They knew it was over, essentially.
I'm just saying, I would usually think the honorable way to end that, especially for Changeling, would be to kill the chimerical self.
It depends. Nobles ransom each other all the time, and it's up to the winner.
That's actually why I'm somewhat questioning it, because it seems like it would go both ways to me.
Yeah, that's why it's up to Aruman how he wants to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Both would be
check.
acceptable. As long as he treats him honorably, he is a-okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you have about a dozen prisoners.
And now I have more people in the freehold to protect from the Zemacy. Wonderful.
It was your choice here.
I know.
I mean, this fight was honorable, Aruman. Next time they'll come with cold iron.
Wow.
They do that, then there will be no quarter for those who wield cold iron against.
I brushed up on what they did when the High King originally took over, and oh boy, yeah, no, that shit goes out the window when real power and real politics comes into play. Just like with Diablerie and vampires, it's technically wrong, but
yeah, but tell that to anyone who's actually in a life or death situation where they could lose everything. I'm still going to avoid picking up cold iron in any capacity at all.
I mean, it's really bad for us in general, so probably a good idea.
Yeah. Like I said, my aim is to protect the people who've decided to follow me. If they want to wield cold iron, they will be executed without mercy.
All right. So, in total, how did the battle go?
Well enough for you to win and apparently take the Duke prisoner, but it was not a decisive victory that would necessarily spread news everywhere. It was a battle that left you in charge of your own territories and resolved, in the large scheme of things, very little. Other than a valuable
except for
prisoner.
One thing. we did take on a force nearly 2 or 3 times our size.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
the
this
fact that we
place
won
is...
all would still be used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rebellion continues, it's just that it doesn't add steam to this particular
Yeah.
train.
Yeah.
And people are aware that
That's a
you
common
are...
thing,
Coming with 3 times the number of people was a act of, immediate desperation. Like, we stand a halfway decent chance of winning, but it is very, very, very far from sure thing, even without a sword being in the middle of that battle.
Mhm.
Because this is a heavily fortified place, and, like, the hedges, they get burned because they tried helping in the fight.
Yeah, my beautiful
Yep.
hedges. You can't.
So a quick question as well. How many unleashes went against us to counter our stuff in general?
Probably at least a couple of dozen.
Holy shit, we suffered a couple dozen. Oh god.
We abstracted it to 2 rolls, and your defense is held up reasonably well, but the chimerical side of the freehold is damaged. And it is gonna make it harder for those defenses until they are repaired to hold attacks coming in from that side. Because,
Alright.
shit got through. The freehold's
How
taking
much-
penalties.
And I'll have a
Awesome.
quick question because I think we're getting close to ending for this session,
Yeah.
I think. How many glamour points do I need to up my scene to put in what was the bloody term? Not enhance. Enchant the freehold with wood to make it heal itself back up.
You would
5.
need to take it all the way to 5. It is essentially... It's...
I can do that tomorrow.
Yeah. Or you
Mhm.
could try and shank some kind of chimera. You could go hunting. There are a few half-formed things fading in and out of existence due to all the magic that was just unleashed here.
Yeah. We could go gathering chimerical essences from the massive amounts of power that was tossed around here.
I kind of want to just get that over with just to know if it worked for next session or not.
Well, you can... Right, you have just woken up. This is like midday after the battle wraps up. Oh. You would need to go hunting. And you need to roll a luck die to see if you run into something horrible that you can't handle. So what you're looking for is a straight luck roll. And you're looking for middle of the street kind of roll, somewhere between 5 and 7. Kind of thing.
Cool.
So,
Can I do this too? And also
before I
do we
go
need
off,
willpower
I'm
for
going
tonight?
to go to Arumon and ask if he would be willing to go on a bit of a trip with me to see about healing the freehold. Although I'm going to put it in different terms than that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Can I roll perception kenning just so that I can ferret out the full news, just so that I don't, mainly just to see if there are any other ulterior motives here.
You can try and contest his subterfuge once again, sure.
Yep. All right, let's see how well you roll. Jesus Christ, the ones love me. Yeah.
You
Can't
think the
feel
ones
anything.
love you? Look at my ones.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm also not getting the massive amount of successes that you are.
This is true.
Anywho, I'll go with you. Also, do
Alright.
we get willpower back from sleeping over the night?
No, we haven't slept yet.
Point.
Yeah, this is still the same day.
All right, let's go hunting then. I think it's up to Epic to roll the luck die though, because he's the one who's actually doing it. I'm there in case he needs something stabbed.
That's right. Please stab something and save me before I die. I can run fairly quick, but that's about most of my stuff besides stealthing
Okay,
around.
give me a roll to see how strong whatever you find is.
Okay, just a luck roll.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Right smack dab in the middle.
Good enough for some glamour.
Right. So it's something you, between the two of you, can dispatch relatively easily. And God damn it, Epic, you've been taking down the permanent glamour thing instead of the blood pool.
Oh, whoops, you're completely right. Let me put that back up. Put this down to that.
If you had spent 2 from the permanent one, it would have gone down to 1, wouldn't it? I think.
No, my permanent is at 4.
Yes, and you had spent it down to 2 when taking it down.
Yeah, because I've spent 2 glamour so far.
Or I'm not sure if the math lines up. This shouldn't matter. You can... You know what? Give me a 1d4 plus, say, 2 roll to see how much you manage to harvest.
You should probably roll this again, Epic.
So there's a total of 5 glamour points you can divide amongst yourselves.
Yay!
Cool. And anything and the extra goes to the freehold, right?
Well, I'm spending 3 on the freehold once I get back.
Yeah, you're doing
This was
this
100.
in the dreaming near the freehold around the battlefield.
Yeah.
Yep. So I need to
So
go
I
back.
could technically hoover up 2 and then just burn those 2 on the freehold to help heal it as well.
I mean, I actually have an ability that'll let me do it. That's
Yeah.
why I need
Yeah.
to do
You
it.
are not...
I'll probably haul back. the
You are
rest.
not essentially... You're not putting it into the freehold directly, you're using magic on it. Or Epic is.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Take me 3
I'll
points of
haul
glamour
the
to do it.
chimerical beast there for you, or whatever's left of the
Oh,
glamour.
don't worry, we finished that. You can come back.
Yeah, it would... I'm gonna say that this is something you would need to, generally speaking, absorb on the spot.
That's what I was thinking
Okay then.
too. I
Alright, if
understand.
it's absorbed on the spot, then I can move up 2 before I'm maxed out on my glamour.
Okay. I'll go up 2 as well. That means there's 1 point of glamour that goes to charity.
It just flits away on the wind along one of the trods. Shoop.
Alright, I'm going to go back to the freehold. I'll do a quick bunk as well. I can do probably a fairly complicated one, but
Okay. What are you trying to do for the bunk? Let's see what the idea is here.
you know what? I'm going to do something that seems very simple, but will make a lot of sense considering what I'm trying to do.
All right.
I'm going to go and water the garden.
My garden.
Oh. Actually, I think I need to make sure of something because I'm not sure if this shouldn't be fake because you're trying to use this on a highly magical structure.
It might need both Fae and
Scene.
well,
It is a highly magical structure, but it is generally considered a prop.
It is, but the problem is you need to... You can repair the building easily enough, right? But the sanctity is damaged because some of the Chimera got killed and those need to be rewoven.
I'll have to do those later. I'm mainly focusing on the building. If I fix the building, the enchanting of fixing itself should actually probably be helped too. But you are right. I'm not fixing the enchantment itself.
Yeah. Yeah, then, yeah. Watering the garden. Sure. And this is gonna count as inside the freehold. And this would be prop, and you have nature, or what do you have as your affinity? What was it, nature or prop?
It's nature.
Okay.
It's nature, not prop.
Okay.
I just have an affinity of primal, which is what I'm using. So.
Okay, so 6, then for freehold, then for the bunk, and then for the scene. What do you have that's good for taking care of things?
Particularly, I'm actually enchanting this with wood. I'm using the
No, I don't
Elder
mean
Form.
magically. Why don't you give me like a wits craft roll to comfort the plants in their distress?
Sure. We'll see how it goes. Well, it was a fail.
Well, at least it's not a botch.
Not a botch. It is a fail.
Okay.
But I didn't spend a willpower point like I was tempted to.
Shit. Gods, these bunks are hard.
They are!
I think just watering things and you fail to do it in any particular theatric fashion is kind of a mundane activity, so I'm just gonna give you a -1 on this, I think.
Well, it was the closest I could think of for matching what I was doing. So,
Yeah,
you know,
it's good in
all things-
potential, and if you hadn't failed it, I would have certainly been more generous.
it's fine. Okay, so the total -1, +1 in total as well. So,
And
should be a
-2 for
5.
affinity, so 5, yes.
How well do I need this to succeed to really help heal this?
Building health levels are different from people health levels. So you want this to be running overnight to heal everything.
Long time.
Yeah, I would say so. They put a lot of effort into damaging it collectively.
Actually be activating time as well for this then? I need to.
You can activate time to, if you have time and are willing to activate time, to triple the duration.
Yep, I got it specifically so I could triple duration of things. Heck did you go, Primal? Because I'm pretty sure it heals pretty quick, but there's probably just a shit ton of health levels.
Yeah, like, if we... It's kind of like a Earthbound Reliquary type situation, right? Because, you know, you slam it with 20 points of damage, you destroyed one feature, it has 20, you know?
Okay. Not sure I actually need it to do overnight to do it in total. I'm supposed to heal health levels fairly quick. But I do need a lot of time, regardless. So I need at least 5 successes, or... Really, I need 5 successes regardless. I'll put a time on it. Hopefully it'll work. Probably won't, though.
Either way, it's gonna be a head start on this. And there are gonna be other changelings trying to help in whatever way they can.
I'll spend a willpower point. That's a lot of willpower in one day. But you know what? Spending willpower is worth. I got a total of 5 successes.
And you
That
triple
gives me a
duration.
total... I did.
Then, yeah, you managed to pull it off. This will, if not heal every single bit of it, heal almost all of it.
Yeah!
The doors weep as you walk out with the water to, water things. Their comrades died for this king. He better be worth it.
Boy,
I
oh
hope
boy.
so too, plants. I hope so too.
I'm pretty sure we did a pretty good job then.
There's probably someone watching overnight. Like, oh, for fuck's sake, they fixed it already?
Epic is fucking broken.
Yeah. Let's see.
I am
I had
not
to
looking
spend a
forward to
lot
that.
of clabber for that. So
Yeah,
sure, I'll be broken.
still. You're still
Aro,
fucking. If you have supplies, you're broken. Yeah.
the ones do love you. I just made a secret danger sense roll for you. 3 ones on it.
Mm-hmm. Ah, joyous times. At least they can't get the fucking drop on me because of my gut instincts.
You do, however, and you think it might be the sword helping you at this point, catch just a glimpse of the Baron. You just catch this image of one werewolf trying to slash at a spider while the other one is trying to help the Baron run faster. There are more spiders behind them.
Fucking, we can't help them.
Apparently they figured out that there's a changeling in the midst of the banality spiders. Skratatatatata.
Go!
Damn it.
Bring the
Damn it,
banana.
where's-
to it.
How would they have known? Wild spirits don't usually provoke this severe reaction in the Umbra from the pattern spiders. He's just a wild spirit in a human body, right?
I will end you for bringing our Baron into a nest of banality. The nest of the almost basically a nest of autumn. The
You should
autumn
really
world.
be thinking of ending them for taking him at Cold Iron Point as well. But
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah, you wouldn't know what those things are, but the fact that you can sense that they are focused on the Baron, and they are a bad thing, and the werewolves are running from them, one of them staying behind to try and slow them down, that's bad, okay?
Mm-hmm. Short answer,
All right.
do not bring changelings near the pattern spiders.
Well,
So,
it was
guys-
fine until he petted one. Then they knew.
Damn it, ally.
I suppose we all eventually go to sleep after, trying to help calm
Yeah.
things down or deal with things.
Uh,
Seems like a good end to the session before
Yeah,
it starts getting
sleep.
too late for people.
Zimitzi has a field day catching the agents sent through the autumn world to spy on you.
I mean, if she accidentally snags the people who are probably going to try and assassinate me, I'm gonna be I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to be content.
A lot of your future allies are gonna be coming in through the autumn world as well. Because they don't
Yeah.
know. No one really knows outside the freehold yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with her soon because no.
I mean, once she has 20 or 30, she might just leave because she has enough.
okay.
Still no. At this point, all of them are my subjects, whether or not I like them. So, give back changelings, or you can give me your head on the platter. Either one is acceptable at this point.
Oh, Christ. Make me a willpower roll, because it sounds like you're starting to accept your role.
I don't
ma-
want to go unsealy.
And you used it in battle to create change. Roll it at 8.
Crap. Yes, I'm still Sealy.
You know,
don't
the
wanna be
change / must be had / it's the right / way.
It's
No,
the
I'm
slash
fighting
way.
because our lords are dishonorable, not because change must happen, but because the dishonorable must be shown to be must be shown as what they are. No, I am not unsealed.
I mean, part of this is that apparently you think the Unseely's the Shadow Court, but hey.
You know, there's just this
Wait,
insidious
they're obviously
whispers
infiltrating.
at this point that is at the back of your mind. Sincerely aren't dishonorable. They just follow what they believe to be right, not what society believes. You can still follow your own
Yep.
code and be unseelie.
One of the tenets of the Unseelie Court is that honor is a lie. Screw you.
Honor enforced from the outside, it goes into detail. Following your own
does.
code is in fact perfectly legitimate and accepted. You just follow it because you believe it, not because you're told to.
That's what I'm doing, though. I believe in the code of honor.
Yes,
So, whatever.
exactly.
No.
Good job, Armand.
No, I'm
I mean,
I'm
for
reading.
now you
I
succeeded.
I want my paladin demeanor. God damn it! I like it. I like playing a paladin. I'm not happy about being thrust into a leadership role by being claimant to the High King, but I happen to like playing this character as he is. I'm not unseelie. No.
I'm enjoying the fact that how much he's struggling with this.
Yeah, I think the extra point for today's session would go to Arman, and I'm gonna give you another 5 for great events happening. As a base. Does anyone wish to make a case for nature-based willpower regained?
Let's see.
Can I get it? Can I get a nature-based willpower for the duel?
You will
Or
have
at least
to
I want
remind
to.
me of what Paladin actually uses as the thing.
You know, I'll have to double check it.
Overcome a truly challenging obstacles, Paladin.
I
Never
can remember
refuse a
exactly
fair
what the thing
challenge.
is.
So you should be able to. You've overcome some really big challenges currently.
You can
Namely,
get
trying to play politics.
you can get a point for winning the battle, sure. It wasn't as decisive a victory as you would have liked, and you certainly didn't get them to come over to you. That would have probably refilled you to the brim. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that botch.
I did
That
overcome a
was your chance to
Yeah.
get them to just stop.
Yeah. If the dice didn't hate me at that moment,
Yeah, that Duke is
God damn it.
probably not flipping anytime soon.
yeah. Unfortunate.
So,
him.
how well have I done on confusing and or misleading people in general?
There are superiors of yours that know what you can do, and people are gonna be putting one and one together. Give me a intelligence politics roll.
I can't botch this, so I'm not going to spend anything on it.
Okay. You know, it's not even a rumor, it's just something that you notice because no one ever speaks of it inside the house, but people have vanished or been made to vanish perhaps in the past. Just gonna leave it at that.
And? What does that have to do with my regaining of willpower?
Absolutely nothing, you're perfectly safe. It's not like I'm rolling danger sense for Aruman to realize that you're gonna get stabbed.
I'm still a little confused on why you're going to have me get stabbed from my very prompt reporting, but okay.
Because you threw everything that everyone was trying to plan around into whack by throwing a gigantic bomb
This
into
is
the political.
this is
into the
political
scene.
pragmatism epic. They are not playing
Yeah.
to their stated ideals. People will be eating a lot of banality from plotting you killed, but they're gonna plot you dead.
Basically, everything was slowly reaching a breaking point. You essentially did the equivalent of you looked at the tensions in the room. You hucked a ball. You hucked a bomb over at one side and shouted "bomb" and then dived for cover. And now everyone is
Yay!
scrambling to figure out. What
Listen,
exactly
I'm more than
You
happy with
fucker.
this.
You, with your one level of title, did not realize this, but the fucking coup was planned 4 fucking years from now, you dumb cunt.
Too bad! The coup is now! Come with me!
And you're wondering why they're gonna kill you once they realize.
Not especially. I mean, it's unseelie. It's expected.
No, Epic. You are like that bright-eyed neonate Ventru who goes, but the traditions say that you're not supposed to kill me for this. No, honey, no. That's not how the courts actually work.
No, I would be more of arguing, well, I thought I was doing good by you.
I'm sorry, but I don't think that's going to fly.
No, they're
It didn't
just
work with mine.
they're just gonna go along the lines of, yes, you did. We're so proud of you, and they will never find your body.
But yes,
Yeah.
that doesn't answer my question on, confusing or misleading people.
You want willpower for Riddler, I take it.
That is correct.
Okay, let me look Riddler up. Then.
I mean, I feel like I've been doing plenty of actions that are very counterintuitive for people not in my shoes.
You would get at least one. I'm thinking whether to give you a second one, because you have been doing that a lot. Okay, everyone who isn't Epic, name me one situation where he confused the fuck out of you. Make it a good one.
I'm trying to think, and everything he did, it made sense, actually. Everything that he ended up doing.
I mean, at the beginning,
Really think
when
it made
he
sense.
was
Interesting.
when he was talking with the vampire, I wasn't quite sure what his actual intentions were.
Yeah, but that was last session.
It could
I
be any
mean,
session. This is
It could be
more
any
of
session.
the day so far.
Okay, but that's... Okay, I'll give you two. One for confusing your superiors, one for what you did to poor Aruman, which was not necessarily directly the intention, but the effect was had all the same.
Yeah. My character is now scrambling to fill some very, very big shoes. And I have to figure out what skills I should put my XP into.
Okay.
You probably have a few days of just dealing with the vampire while they prepare a real assault.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I need to prepare for a real assault too.
Holy crap. Right now, the High King, like, this coming day is... Ian and Wendigo might have a tiny bit of a war if this goes the wrong way for everyone.
Oh, God.
Eh,
They're
your
like,
fault.
your kinfolk are killing our kinfolk, what the fuck?
Hey, they shouldn't have let Epic live. Not like they knew what he would do, but
I mean, at this point, I think everyone who knows just what this little bitch has done is like, we should have drowned her a long time ago. Fucking cats.
I'm gonna burn 3 on getting leadership 1. 3 of my XP.
Leadership 1, go ahead, makes sense. Any other purchases people want? You
I
can
get my time too, right?
you can go up to time 2.
Yay.
I might take a new art, but I'm not sure which one yet.
I'm going to go for getting Fey 1 and time 2. Wait, no. I'm gonna try it. Wait. Yeah, go for time 2.
Anyway,
You've
I'm gonna
used
get off,
it
'cause
on Faye at least once, right? You forced it at some point, I think. You forced it on
Couple-
Naru, right?
Yeah. I did
Yeah.
force it on Aru.
Yeah, approved. Go ahead and take those.
I'm gonna hop
Aru.
off because I'm gonna eat.
Bye.
Anyone else want to buy something? No? Well then, I'm gonna happily
I
end
think I
the...
will maybe at the start of next session.
Yeah, you've certainly seen all kinds of arts unleashed and used here, and it could easily have triggered some past life memory of yours, so taking the
Okay.
first level makes sense if you want to, so, go nuts.
Yeah, thanks.
Can I have time 3? For next session?
Next session, if you make it to the morning after this coming night.
Oh dear God.
Yep, remember, the vampire is where we deal with them. We deal with the vampire at night most of the time.
Did you remember that I had 2 successes in managing defenses?
Which defenses specifically? Oh, that was to
Yeah, that was more like the defenses of the
doors,
field.
yes. That was to
Yeah.
start work. I'll tell you what that tracker is for. That's for essentially calibrating the sanctity to give you a proper alarm when she's using clairvoyance on.
Ah, right. Yeah.
That's
Get it.
for that specifically, so the doors can identify and recognize the feeling.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Just a real quick question now that it's over, I believe, in general.
Well, we're still recording, but sure.
Oh, well, I was just going to ask how much, particularly my defenses of the army helped. Did it help pretty good?
Towards the end, a couple of people try to take crossbow shots at you. A lot of people try to slam magics into you. You certainly got singed with one of the unleashings that got through the freehold's defenses. Someone might have went, burn that bitch, at some point. So you're pretty sure that people... Oh shit, yeah, you would be recognized at this point. People are gonna figure out who you are. You are gonna be seen as like the mage to kill first on the other side.
Yay!
Only Epic goes yay when he's the main target to get killed.
I mean, it's the greatest thing you can have happen to you. You know exactly where they're going to try and hit then.
Sure.
God.
Oh my god. I just realized how they could really fuck you up. If they wanted to be cruel. Oh, that is something the Zenitsi would do to someone that pisses them off too. I'll have to keep that nasty trick in mind as well. Christ. Okay, well, I'm gonna end the recording here and the stream. We will be back after Christmas and New Year's with more Changeling and more VTM and more everything, and we'll try to do a one-shot somewhere during the holiday season, but don't count on it. We're gonna take a break.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah.
see everyone at a later date. Say bye,
See ya.
guys.
Bye
Merry
bye.
Christmas and Happy New Year to the